Good morning, my friend. I want to ask you something personally important. When you woke up today, did you feel that familiar stiffness in your joints? That foggy headedness that makes you reach for the coffee pot before you can even think straight? Or maybe you've noticed your energy isn't what it used to be, like your body's running on half-charged batteries. Let me tell you a story about my patient, Robert. At 72, he was convinced aging meant surrendering to fatigue and aches. Then he discovered one morning habit, just 5 minutes, that transformed everything. Within weeks, his creaky knees moved smoother, his mind felt sharper, and his doctor was stunned by his blood work. No magic pills, no drastic changes, just a simple routine he did before breakfast. That's what I'm sharing with you today. The science-backed 5-minute ritual that's helped thousands of seniors, like Robert, and can help you wake up feeling stronger, clearer, and more vibrant. These aren't complicated exercises or expensive supplements. They're tiny tweaks to how you start your day, proven to lower stroke risk, preserve muscle, and even protect your memory. Let's begin with the first step, the one most people get wrong without realizing it. Element 1. The hydration trick your heart craves. Picture this. You've just woken up after 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But here's what your body's been doing while you rested. Your heart kept pumping, your lungs kept breathing, and you lost nearly a pint of water through sweat and breath, with zero replenishment. That means you're waking up in a state of silent dehydration. And for seniors, that's dangerous. Thick, sluggish blood forces your heart to work harder. Studies from Johns Hopkins show stroke risk spikes within 2 hours of waking for this exact reason. But here's the good news. Drinking one specific type of water within 60 seconds of opening your eyes can change that. Not ice water. That shocks your system. Not coffee. That comes later. Room temperature water with a squeeze of lemon. Why? The lemon's potassium helps balance blood pressure, while the warmth gently opens blood vessels. My 81-year-old patient, Margaret, started doing this, and within a month, her morning dizziness vanished. Her doctor said her circulation looked a decade younger. Element 2. The 60-second blood flow booster. Now, here's where most people make a critical mistake. They drink water, then sit right back down. But after lying still all night, your blood has pooled in your legs. Stand up too fast, and you might feel lightheaded, or worse. So, before you take a single step, try this. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale deeply as you raise your arms overhead, like you're stretching for the sky. Exhale slowly as you lower them. Then, roll your shoulders back 5 times. Finish with 10 gentle heel lifts. Just rise onto your tiptoes and lower. This takes less than a minute, but it's like hitting the on switch for your circulation. Cardiologists at Mayo Clinic found this sequence increases blood flow to the brain by 40%, which means sharper focus all morning. My friend Ed, a retired teacher, swears this is why he stopped forgetting names. Now your body's hydrated and your blood's flowing. But there's one more morning mistake that's stealing your strength, and it's probably happening while you brew your coffee. You know, that first sip of coffee in the morning. That warm, comforting feeling that seems to jumpstart your day. What if I told you there's something even more important you should be consuming before that coffee? Something your muscles are begging for. Element 3. The muscle-saving protein trick. Here's a startling fact. Between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., your body enters a breakdown phase. Without fuel, it starts cannibalizing your own muscle tissue for energy. That's why so many seniors wake up feeling weaker than they did the night before, even if they ate well the previous day. But there's a simple fix. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that consuming 20 to 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking can slash age-related muscle loss by up to 64%. That's not a typo. 64%. Now, You don't need a giant steak at sunrise. My 70-year-old patient, Linda, keeps it simple. A scoop of whey protein in her morning tea, or a cup of Greek yogurt with almonds. For plant-based options, try blending silken tofu into a smoothie or spreading peanut butter on a rice cake. The key? Timing. Do this before your coffee, before your toast, before anything else. Because here's what happens when you don't. Your body, desperate for energy, starts breaking down muscle. Over time, that leads to frailty, slower healing, and even balance issues. But when you feed your muscles first thing, you're not just preserving strength. You're building a body that can carry groceries, play with grandkids, and stay independent for years longer. Element 4. The 90-second joint rescue. Now, let's talk about that stiffness you feel when you first get out of bed. That's not just old age. It's your joints screaming for lubrication. Overnight, the fluid that cushions your knees, hips, and spine turns sluggish, like cold molasses. If you don't gently warm it up, every step you take grinds those joints like sandpaper. No wonder so many seniors swear their knees just can't anymore. But here's the game changer. A 90-second mobility sequence that orthopedic surgeons at Harvard recommend to every patient over 60. Ankle circles, still sitting on the bed. Rotate each foot 10 times clockwise, then counterclockwise. This wakes up circulation to your feet, critical for balance. Knee glides. Lift one knee slightly, then gently swing your lower leg back and forth like a pendulum. Do 10 per leg. Spinal twist. Place your right hand on your left knee and gently twist your torso to look behind you. Hold for 3 breaths. Switch sides. My patient, Frank, used to groan, just bending down to tie his shoes. After 2 weeks of this routine, he surprised his wife by squatting to pick up their dog's toy. "I forgot my body could even do that," he laughed. Why this works? These movements pump fresh synovial fluid, your joints' oil, into those creaky areas. Miss this step, and you're essentially driving a car with an empty engine. But do it daily, and you'll notice less pain, easier movement, and, here's the bonus, better posture, because your spine isn't locked up. Now, you've hydrated, activated circulation, fed your muscles, and oiled your joints. But there's one final piece most people neglect, the one that keeps your mind as sharp as your body. Let me ask you something. How many times this week have you walked into a room and forgotten why, or struggled to recall a name you've known for years? Most people shrug and say, "That's just aging." But what if I told you your morning routine could be the key to keeping your mind razor sharp? Element 5. The 1-minute brain booster. Your brain is like a sponge in the first 30 minutes after waking, primed to absorb and organize information. Researchers at Stanford found that seniors who did a simple mental recall exercise each morning improved their memory test scores by as much as 30% in just 8 weeks. Here's how it works. 1. Sit quietly with your eyes closed. 2. Picture your yesterday in reverse. Start from dinner and mentally rewind through your day. 3rd, challenge yourself with details. What did you eat? Who called you? What color shirt were you wearing? At first, this might feel frustrating, like searching for a book in a messy library. But that's exactly the point. Every time you find a forgotten detail, you're strengthening neural pathways. My 68-year-old patient, Ruth, now does this while brewing her tea. Last month, she proudly told me she remembered her granddaughter's entire soccer schedule without checking her calendar. Why this matters? This exercise triggers production of BDNF, a protein that acts like fertilizer for brain cells. Low BDNF is linked to Alzheimer's. High levels help you think faster and remember more. And the best part? It takes less time than scrolling through the morning news. Putting it all together, your 5-minute longevity ritual. Let's recap your new powerhouse morning. 1. Hydrate first, 60 seconds. Room temp lemon water before your feet hit the floor. Second, circulation boost, 60 seconds. Arm raises, shoulder rolls, and heel lifts. Third, protein priority, 30 seconds. Quick, digestible protein within 30 minutes of waking. 4. Joint lubrication, 90 seconds. Ankle circles, knee glides, and spinal twists. 5. Brain activation, 60 seconds. Reverse recall of yesterday's events. Total time, 5 minutes. Total impact, a body that moves easier, a heart under less stress, muscles that stay strong, and a mind that defies senior moments. A final word from my heart to yours. Friends, aging isn't about decline, it's about opportunity. The opportunity to wake up each morning and say, this body and mind still have wonders to experience. I've seen 90-year-olds dance at weddings, and 70-year-olds start new careers, all because they refused to believe old means over. Your turn now. Tomorrow morning, try just one of these steps. Maybe the lemon water. Maybe the ankle circles. Then come back here and tell me how you felt. Because this isn't just my advice. It's your story waiting to unfold. If this resonated with you, pay it forward. Share this with a friend who's been feeling stuck. Hit that like button so I know to make more videos like this. And subscribe. Because growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker, that's a choice. And after today, you know exactly how to choose differently. Here's to your health, your strength, and the incredible years ahead. Now go show the world what 60, 70, or 80 really looks like.